Good morning. Welcome to my first ever vlog. Reading for the July Cozy Mystery Book Club. This is my third video ever, but my first vlog. And filming's a little bit different today because I have moved from filming on my laptop to my cell phone. I spent 2 days in a row going into Chinatown. The first day was a bit of a disaster and I left without a phone, but day 2, I pulled it together, I got a new phone, and here we are ready to vlog. If you want to see a little bit of my Chinatown adventure, go check out the corresponding Instagram page for this channel, which is Kirsten and the Kitchen Sink on Instagram. Ended up by the second day I was having so much fun in Chinatown that I decided I have to return to Chinatown. So hopefully in September I'm going to do a little tour of Chinatown with a friend of mine who actually knows that area really well, and she's going to take us to some hidden gems. And I thought I could read some corresponding books, maybe some books about the gangs of Chinatown, maybe the Joy Luck Club, which is supposed to be an amazing book, and I've never read it. So stay tuned for that in a future vlog. But for now, I will be reading A Wicked Yarn by Emmy Caldwell, which is the July pick for the Cozy Mystery Book Club, which is the book club run by Angela Maria Hart. Her YouTube channel is Books Are My Heart. The page on Instagram is the Cozy Mystery Book Club, and she was the last booktuber that I featured on my last video. So if you want to see that, just go pop over to my last video and check that one out. Shouldn't be hard to find because this is only my third video ever. And I still have not managed to use my microphone yet, because now that I'm using the new phone and I still don't really know how to edit, I figured I'd make life easy on myself in this vlog by filming everything on the phone. But I'm hoping after this vlog I'll kind of have a better idea of how to edit, and then I can maybe switch back and forth between the laptop and the phone, and I can finally try out the microphone. Anyway, I was thinking I'm just gonna start this day enjoying my coffee, starting to listen to this book on audio. It is very unfortunate that I'm going to be listening to this on Audible because I do try to avoid Amazon at all costs. But for some reason, the audiobook for this was not available on my library's Hoopla. It was not available on Libro FM, Everann told me I could get it next month, which will be a month late for the book club. That left me purchasing it on Audible. So I'm sorry. Sometimes life is imperfect. I'm gonna relax. I like a slow start to the morning. I know some people, some of you all out there, you wake up at a run and you're off to the races. I like maybe a good 4 to 5 hours, just enjoying my coffee and relaxing into the day. Okay, that might be a bit of an exaggeration, but not by a lot. I like a slow start. So let's relax. Let's have a little coffee. Well, I'm gonna listen to this audiobook, and then maybe after that, I'm thinking the farmer's market for some fresh veggies, maybe some fresh berries. I like a salad for lunch. That's my go-to lunch every day. So maybe a little bit of the farmer's market, and we'll check back in after that. All right, see you in a minute.
A craft fair knitter's mystery.
And we're back from the farmer's market. I hope you enjoyed the farmer's market with me. I got some beautiful vegetables, some vegan donut, and I hope you enjoyed the vegetable basket. That was an ode to the artist formerly known as Meghan Markle, now known as Megan Sussex. And I don't care what anyone says, I adore that girl. I loved her Netflix show, With Love, Megan, and that's it. I'm a Megan fan. So I've got my lunch salad. I am gonna go ahead and pop this into the fridge so we can hang out and talk for a minute. Actually, before I pop this in the fridge, let me give you a better look at my beautiful salad with all my fresh farmer's market veggies. I should mention that it does have some vegan cheese. Sometimes you can find some great vegan cheese at Trader Joe's. They have the Baby Bell cheese in a vegan version sometimes, and it is fabulous in a salad with some fresh tomatoes. But I haven't found it there lately at Trader Joe's. So you can always count on your local independent health food store for all sorts of options of plant-based cheese. All right, the salad's in the fridge. I'm gonna eat that as soon as we finish our chat here. I think I mentioned that I like to eat a salad every day for lunch. That comes from this book right here, Dr. Furman, which I figured I might as well just, since I mentioned that, I might as well tell you what the deal is. Basically, I used to have very disordered eating. It was to the point where I really felt like I should be going to an Overeaters Anonymous meeting, and I would clip out the little dates and the location. I felt weird about going because it didn't manifest necessarily more than maybe like 15 extra pounds on my body, but it was mentally making me absolutely crazy. And 3 books helped me with that. They do have unfortunate names because I suppose for marketing, thin, skinny, words like that are what sell, but it's really not about being thin or skinny or anything like that. It's about being mentally healthy, feeling physically well, emotionally and spiritually well. That's what this is really about. So try to ignore the titles of these books. But these 3 books helped me. It was Naturally Thin and Dr. Furman's Eat to Live. And basically what these books, sorry, my nose is itchy. Basically what these books did for me is put some limits on, because it convinced me to go vegan. Really, despite the title, this book doesn't have much to do at all with being skinny, other than, I guess, if you go vegan and do it in a healthy way, you probably are going to be fairly thin. It really put me on a vegan diet for health reasons, but also for ethical reasons. And having an ethical reason behind a diet for me was much, and by diet I mean a way of eating. It's not a temporary thing. This is like the way I eat. For me, having an ethical cause behind it was a much stronger motivator than, just trying to eat healthy for myself. If I was going to not eat vegan, I'm just picturing these sweet cows and their big brown eyes and them looking at me saying, "A2 Brutus, if not you, if you're not going to stand up for us, then who?" So basically, with this book making me go vegan and putting some limits on me, it solved the problem I was having where every day I would leave work and go for a nice long walk home, but I couldn't get very far without passing a corner pizza shop, and I just couldn't pass the shop without getting pizza. Now, granted, there is vegan pizza, but it doesn't have the same hold on you or on me as the dairy cheese pizza does, because dairy has casein in it, which is essentially a natural kind of drug that is designed to make baby cows want to nurse so they can grow very quickly to 1,000 pounds. That doesn't work so well when it's addicting humans. So that now that I thoroughly enjoy vegan pizza, that is more of a choice. I can have it if I'm hungry and it sounds good, or I can pass it by. And it's also harder to find in New York City. I mean, it's available, but not as available as traditional pizza. Whereas with the casein addiction, it's almost not even a choice. It's like being a drug addict a little bit for me. The vegan cupcakes. I couldn't get home without getting Magnolia vegan cupcakes. Magnolia cupcakes. I couldn't get home without getting 4 Magnolia cupcakes, but they're not vegan. So once I had some limits on myself, that helped things a lot. Then this book, this is, as crazy as it is, written by a real housewife. This book helped my mental insanity so much, and I would just carry this around. In the book, she mentions that these 10 habits are a practice. It's like a meditation practice, like a yoga practice, anything else you have to practice. So I carry this book around. I would practice these 10 habits. I would revisit it after a month, after 3 months. I even still like to revisit it if I feel like I'm getting a little mentally off the deep end. Because what happened for me was I actually was a very naturally thin child, but I was growing up in diet culture that messed with my head to a degree that I couldn't even eat normally. I had to starve myself and try and be perfect, and then inevitably binge, and then hate myself and binge more, and then have to fix the binging with unrealistic perfectionism. And it was just a complete disaster. So if anyone has that going on, this book is amazing because you don't want to be living like that. It's crazy. And then this book, Eat to Live, gave me a new way of thinking about food. After I got some initial limits on myself, which I have to this day, I'm still vegan. I fixed the absolute insanity going on inside my head. Then I got a plan going forward for how to think of food really as fuel. And you can go as simple or as deep as you want on this, but the most simple version of it is to just make a huge salad the base of your daily diet. So that's where the salad every day comes from. This was a long diversion into disordered eating that nobody really asked for, but there it is. And again, this is not about thinness. This is not about being skinny. This is about health, mental, physical, whatever weight that lands at or size that lands at is absolutely perfect as long as you're mentally healthy, physically healthy, emotionally healthy, and spiritually healthy. That's the important thing. All right, on to the current book that we're reading, which is The Cozy Mystery, A Wicked Yarn by Emmy Caldwell. About that last diversion. This is Kirsten and the kitchen sink, so I'm gonna get distracted and off on tangents, but reeling it back in to what this vlog is about, which is reading for the Cozy Mystery Book Club. I did have a chance to begin listening to A Wicked Yarn. I will say at first it was really promising because I love the concept, which is basically a big craft fair. That is so much fun. I used to work at the Brooklyn flea market. It's a great vibe. It's so fun when everyone's creative and gathered together. The main character also is part of a knitting group, so they're really fun. And the knitting group especially, for some reason, just initially was kind of reminding me of this book club. Of course, it's quite different because this is technically considered a horror book. And horror and cozy mystery are not the same. This is, however, like, I think a very light horror book. Like, I don't really read horror, and I did. This was okay, and I really enjoyed it. Oh, my bookmark fell out. Right at the beginning of this book, there's kind of a scene with the garbage and maybe raccoons. And so, I don't know, I just thought this was like the perfect bookmark for this book. Anyway, I was like loving this knitting club just because really it was giving me these slight Southern book club guide vibes. This is a whole nother thing. At some point I'm going to get into this. We'll do a vlog about this on another day. The problem with this cozy mystery is that the main character just reads so old, and not a good old, like really boring old. Like, you know, the things she's thinking about are, should she set the table with the good china or the everyday plates? Who cares? I don't care. You don't have anything more interesting to think about than that. She also kind of comes across as like really judgmental. Now, granted, after she judges literally every single person, she reels it in and, you know, then says, oh, but this or that or whatever. But like, why do we have to judge them in the first place? I enjoy like a flawed main character, especially in a cozy mystery, like a hilariously flawed main character. That's right up my alley. A main character who is completely humorless, absolutely earnest, the perfect person in the scenario. Everyone around her is flawed. She wants to fix them, advise them, it was just driving me crazy. And the narrator did not help. The narrator really leans into that personality. The voice, I mean, she's probably a really good narrator because the voice she gives to this main character fits the main character. On the subject of, she's got a daughter. One thing I do like about it is there's an element of the mother-daughter relationship. And I enjoy that. Of course, I love Gilmore Girls, something like that. And the daughter's 23. So, like, how old could this mother possibly be? Because she seems about like 70 or 80. And the thing about that is I love older characters. Grace and Frankie is one of my favorite shows. But Grace and Frankie are having adventures. They're funny, cool, hilarious, vibrant, you know, still relevant. And another book with older characters I loved was Killers of a Certain Age. They're retired assassins called back into action. You know, I love an older character, a Golden Girls and a Murder, She Wrote. But not if she's like an old, judgmental, lame, earnest, humorless fuddy-duddy, which is what this main character seems to be. So I hate to say it because this whole vlog is kind of about reading this book. But the vlog is also about the Cozy Mystery Book Club, which is always fun. Even if I don't like the book, I always love the Cozy Mystery Book Club meeting. So all is not lost, and we're going to continue on. Maybe I'm going to change my mind about this character, but that's where we are so far with A Wicked Yarn. Since I just eviscerated this current cozy mystery that we're reading, I feel like I should at least mention some other picks that we read recently that I absolutely loved. And I also haven't read all of the recent picks, so there's probably more recent picks that I have yet to love, and I'm just a little behind on reading them. But we recently read this by Booker by Crook. Loved it. I planned to, actually went out and bought it, had a library copy. I went and bought the actual book for myself, and I'm planning to continue on with the series. Another one was the series that I already gave away my first book, because, you know, once I really feel done with a book, I love sending it off into the world. I think the first one was Murder in an Irish Village, and then I enjoyed that one so much that I went and bought the next 3 in the series, which I'm probably showing these in the wrong order. Another one that we recently read that I really enjoyed was the Ellen Byron series. Now I can't remember the name of it, but it was set in New Orleans, which is my favorite city. And it had the wacky, funny, fun characters that, you know, I'm always looking for. So Ellen Byron, I think she actually has a couple series set in New Orleans. We read the first book for one of the series, but I'm sure I would equally love both. So all is not lost. All is not lost on the Cozy Mysteries, and we'll see. Maybe I'll change my mind about the... All right, so I think what I'm going to do now, after I eat my salad for lunch, I think I'm going to pop over to Panera and get their summer special, which is the strawberry basil lemonade. So here's the deal with Panera. I have been drinking coffee, lemonade, all sorts of drinks all summer for free. And I know that this is probably going to sound sponsored, but it's not. I've got like 15 followers at this point. If anyone does want to sponsor me, let me know. But this is just a deal I found from following, and I've got to shout her out because I found this out from her. This is a deal that I found out about from following Julietta, the Nomad Artist. And by the way, her YouTube channel is so fascinating. She willingly lives out of her car to save money, pay down debt, and try and make her dream of becoming a nomad artist come to fruition. And she's the one who brought up this Panera which is, I think it's like around 15 bucks a month, and you get like at least 2 drinks a day, free refills if you're in the cafe. I mean, I found it to be more drinks than I can consume, really. And then when I went to check it out, based on her suggestion, they were doing 2 months free for the summer, which I assume is still going on. I guess they've done that for a lot of years. I've now heard from other people. But at any rate, I think I'm going to go grab, they have this amazing, now this is not healthy, by the way, after I just showed you all those health books. This is not healthy, so this is a special treat, because I'm sure it has a ton of sugar in it, and God only knows, maybe high fructose syrup, I don't know. But this really yummy lemonade that's got big chunks of real strawberry in it, real bits of basil in it. It's just really fun for the summer, especially since I'm getting it for free. Why not? But anyway, I think I'm gonna go get a strawberry basil lemonade, and then I think I'm gonna load my cat Guinevere into her stroller, take her for a walk. Guinevere needs a lot of stimulation, and when she does not get the stimulation she needs, she tries to jump out the floor window, which is very nerve-wracking. So far, the screens have held, and I try to never leave her unsupervised with open windows, but sometimes she does it unexpectedly, even when I'm right here with her. So I've been trying to take her out in her pet stroller, which is, Guinevere wants to be, she does not want to be confined to a pet stroller, but what are we going to do? Sparkle cannot come because Sparkle is blind, and the city noises are too scary for her out in a stroller. But Guinevere and I have been enjoying our evening walks. I'm probably enjoying them the most. And it's also a great time to listen to an audiobook. So we're going to get the basil strawberry lemonade, get Guinevere into her stroller, and go for a little walk and audiobook listen.
Just click the road.
Guinevere and I are back from our stroller walk, and boy, did we have the best time. Now, I did not get a lot of reading done because what happened is we came across the funnest cover band in the park. They were playing everything from Black Crowes to Sublime to The Killers, all the way up to Taylor Swift, Harry Styles, Chappell Roan, and like every fun song in between. And amazingly, Guinevere was like putting up with it. She was cool with it. It helped that a lot of people are attracted to a cat in a stroller. So she was getting a lot of attention, which I think she kind of liked. But anyway, so didn't get a lot of reading done, but I will say what I did listen to of the audiobook, still pretty much the same. The mystery is pretty good. It's heating up, and I like the character of the daughter. All the other characters are fine. I just don't like the main character. But at least the mystery's good. And so now, it's been a long day. It's getting late. So I think the thing to do right now is just make an easy frozen dinner for dinner. And I'm going to show you, it's like the only frozen dinner that I eat because I don't even have a microwave. This one is so good. To me, this frozen dinner rivals takeout. I'm going to show you what that is. It's vegan, it's spicy, it is just savory, it's so good. Again, not sponsored. I just like to share with you guys. If I know something good, I want to share it from you. And I just get this from my regular grocery store, from the freezer section. I will say that since I don't have a microwave, I prepare it a little differently. I put some olive oil in a saucepan, heat it on fairly low heat, and once it's just starting to heat up a bit, then I'll lower the heat to pretty low and put a lid on it and kind of continually pop into that, opening the lid, popping in there and giving it a little stir so it's not sticking to the bottom of the pan. Because you don't want to overcook vegan meat. So just like as soon as that vegan meat is thawed. Oh, I will say another thing about that trick is it's sometimes a good idea to let the frozen dinner sit out for a bit and thaw before you start the cooking process. So if you know you're going to have the frozen dinner for your meal, set it out like an hour or two ahead of time, let it start thawing, and then cooking it that way, I think is part of what it makes it so amazing, because you've got the oil in there and everything. But anyway, this is so good. Not sponsored. I have like 40 followers. I checked. Hopefully not 40 and dropping. We'll see. Of course, if this brand wants to sponsor me, I could have my favorite frozen meal for life. Anyway, so that's the plan for dinner. And then I am so excited to eat my farmer's market vegan donuts. They're looking a little melty because it is kind of hot, but so excited for these donuts. And yeah, I'll eat them both. I told you I had food issues, but now I don't have to worry about it because I know I'm going to eat my 2 donuts with zero guilt, enjoy them fully, and then tomorrow I'll go back to my salad and my steamed broccoli and all the healthy foods that I love to eat. And so like now, this is Bethany Frankel's book, that Naturally Thin book, that helped me to have such a healthier relationship with food to where I can actually enjoy my indulgences instead of feeling guilty about them. Anyway, off on another tangent, probably an unnecessary one. All right, so let's go make some dinner. Ooh, we can listen to the audiobook while we do dinner too. All right, see you in a minute. All right, the dinner's prepared. I was slaving over a hot stove. Not really. But here it is. I want you to see. It's so yummy. These chunks of chicken, they're not animal meat. This is vegetable protein. I think you could probably give this to someone who doesn't know, and I don't think they would really know the difference. Anyway, I'm so excited. I'm gonna go eat this. I'll be back in a minute. Oh my gosh, that was so satisfying, as always. But now I get to have dessert, the vegan donuts. I've had this one before. This is like sort of a regular flavor. This will be my first time with this one, so let me give it a try. Very good. Like strawberry, vanilla, I think some coconut. Let's try the old. I love the little sprinkles on this one. It's so cute. The old standby is good too. You can't beat it. It's like classic vanilla frosting, sprinkles. I'm gonna go eat every last bit of these and enjoy every moment of them. And then I think it'll be time to wind down, get out the blue light blocker glasses, some sleepy time, tea, maybe a face mask, maybe a candle. Although I do have to be careful with those because I have 2 crazy cats. And listening to the audiobook, winding down for bed. All right, see you in a minute. Good morning. It's the next day. I hope you enjoyed having coffee outside with me with the rocks and the waves and the New York City view. Now you understand why I say that I love being outside, because inside the apartment is tiny, it's cluttered, it's not very fun. Outside, it's expansive, it's inspiring, it's beautiful, and there's infinite fun. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed a taste of that this morning with the coffee. I'm back inside now, and I think the thing to do is to make some breakfast. I am going to make a breakfast inspired by Megan Sussex. I told you I loved her show with Love Megan. So this is the yogurt parfait. You just use a gorgeous parfait cup. I've got some vegan yogurts. I thought it'd be fun to do 2 different flavors. I don't know if that's gonna work out well or not. For the base of the parfait, this is my absolute favorite cereal. This is like the rare health food cereal that you can find that does not have sugar in any way, shape, or form. Like, it's so infuriatingly difficult to find a cereal without sugar. And for some reason, you would think if you said, hey, give me the cereal and you can keep your sugar, that and like give me a discount on it. Instead, it's like, keep your sugar and charge me like 300% more for the cereal. But it is what it is. In the end, hopefully it'll save on medical bills. But anyway, this is the brand. The brand is Food for Life. The cereal is the Ezekiel 4:9. It's a Bible verse. Really kind of a Bible verse that indicates some vegan eating. But there's a few different flavors of this. you really cannot go wrong. I think there's like about 4 different flavors. You can't go wrong with any of the flavors. They're all amazing. They're so healthy. And so this is the perfect base for my little pretty parfait. And since I do not have the As Ever flour sprinkles, I think they sold out. You know, Meghan Markle's company is As Ever. I think the flour sprinkles sold out in like an hour or 2. But this is my secret weapon. Flax, chia, super seeds. Basically anything with a soft texture. Not only do these seeds make it way healthier, but it actually adds like a really nice kind of like consistency, a crunchiness to like soft foods. So like yogurt, fruit smoothies, hummus, anything like that. And you can like really up your nutritional value too. A little, one more ingredient for this parfait. Just a little dollop of some reduced sugar preserves. Again, I didn't get the As Ever ones because all of that stuff sold out in like an hour or 2. And I'm not like a huge preserves eater, but you know, seems like it'll add a fun little element. All right, so let's go make some breakfast. And then I'm thinking, I'm just gonna try and be outside, enjoy the day, finish the book, and then we'll meet for the book club meeting. We'll see what everyone else thinks of the book, and then we'll meet back up, say goodbye, and make some plans for the August Cozy Mystery Book Club.
It's a combination of craft knitting, cozy setting, it has that community aspect and it was and then like the different cozy
and it looks like a lot of people have been really enjoying in the comments. You guys seem to really enjoy it. I pulled it up. I think most people have said it's a 4-star to 5-star.
And we're back from the book club meeting. The great thing about the Cozy Mystery Book Club is, like, even if you don't really like the book that much on any particular month, the meeting itself is always so much fun. So just a reminder on this, we're talking about the Cozy Mystery Book Club. And since this is the first video that I'm going to be attempting to edit, I don't actually know yet how successful I'm going to be at that. So I still have my old school signage. But it's the Cozy Mystery Book Club, and we're talking about, this whole vlog has been about the July pick, which is A Wicked Yarn by Emmy Caldwell. The book club is on this YouTube channel, Books Are My Heart. It's the YouTube channel for Angela Maria Hart. And this month, the co-host, there's always a different co-host every month, but the co-host this month is Ben. He is a book club favorite co-host, and these are his socials. And the interesting thing about the book club meeting is that my opinion on the book was the minority opinion. Most people really like the book, which of course is always the great thing with reading, is it's so subjective. Everyone has a different feeling about things, and even each person has a different feeling about something depending on their mood, if they were in the mood for that book, if they were in a good mood, where they read it, what was going on. You might like a book one month and read it a year later and not like it, or vice versa. But at any rate, oops, these are my notes. I'll just show you. So our co-host Ben really enjoyed this book. He loved the crafting and the knitting. He loved the cozy setting, the community aspect, and the fact that there were 2 cozy companions. And of course, in the world of the Cozy Mystery Book Club, cozy companions are the cute animals that usually exist in cozy mysteries. It's usually a cat, a dog, sometimes a more exotic animal, as is the case in this cozy mystery, but I don't want to give anything away. And the book club itself, 41% rated the book 4 stars, and another 21% rated it 5 stars, and another 34% of the book club rated it 3 stars. Only 3% of the book club rated it 1 or 2 stars. So, you know, I wasn't that crazy about the book, but everyone else loved it. And maybe if I read it, maybe if I had read it physically without the narrator, maybe I would have loved it then. Maybe I just wasn't in the mood for it this month. And if I read it at a different time, maybe I would have liked it so much better at just a different time. At any rate, it's been so much fun for us hanging out together in this vlog. And if you want to join up with the Cozy Mystery Book Club, the August pick, which is next month's pick, is going to be, by the time you see this video, by the time I learn to edit it, it's probably going to be this month. At any rate, the August pick is going to be Killer Jam. So if you want to join in the fun with the Cozy Mystery Book Club, the Cozy Mystery Book Club meets at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the last Tuesday of every month on the YouTube live stream at the channel Books Are My Heart. Heart is spelled H-A-R-T. It's so much fun. It is always just the best time, and I look forward to seeing you there in the comments. Thank you so much for joining me. It was so much fun to do my first vlog, and I look forward to seeing you in another one really soon.